Hello everybody and welcome to the second round of the Vtracc challenge here on tracc.eu, hosted by the SimGrid. As we get ready for the qualifying session in just a few moments, I want to introduce myself. I'm Ruby Acosta, aka Michael Hart. I'm also a VTuber myself. Oh, as DJ Overdrive tries to go into the oval section there. But either way, we have just finished with the practice session. We just are waiting for a few cars to cross the line here to finish their last practice laps. But before we get to the qualifying session today, let's go over the standings after Laguna Seca and to see the official driver standings for the pro class there. Lucas Lichten has the full 45 points. Well, not the full 45 points, but is on top. 4 points ahead, or 3 points ahead. No, actually, no. 4 points ahead, mind me, of Akito Suzukawa. Akito Suzukawa with 41 points. In third is Reska Kyoso with 37, Seiko Kaizo with 27, and in fifth with 22, it's Boards Hiccup. Excuse me, as, oh my goodness. Looks like I've all, okay. Oopsies. For the silver class, we have Ryoma Kirihara in first with 46 points, Amethyst the VTuber with 45, Ivano Chensoi with 30, and Poofy Pillow with 24, and Jordan Bench with 16 points. Then in the YAM class, we have DJ Overdrive leading the points with Ryuma Tateyama, Leon JHK, Haru Kami tied with Leon JHK, and then iMetric Zanes and Maya Neko. And for the overall points for the teams, we have Mirai United VTuber Racing Team on top, ahead of Grip Razu, Technoverse Racing, and Team Iris. Now, as we get to the qualifying session here, it is raining a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what the times are here, if people have actually prepared for these conditions. We have a few new drivers today. We have Kagura Mashiro coming back from seasons past, Miroslav Shaoyan, aka Icer Ambra, in the number 93 Aston Martin, and Zen VTuber is also back in an Aston Martin. So it's gonna be interesting to see what these drivers do when how they return to the series. Taking a look right now at Zen VT. And Kagura Mashiro right behind them. Looks like Xiaowan is the first to take their qualifying lap. So we'll see what Xiaowan has to offer here. The Reska Kyoso, Akito Suzukawa, and I believe that is Faro Kami in the background there. Vtracc will see if the track gets any better as the dry line comes in. So now Hong Xiaowan coming into the first sector. Instead of taking a left turn like the IndyCar section, like the IndyCar layout here, you take the F1 layout for this round. Xiaowan have to be very careful on the throttle and having to avoid the curves as much as possible to not to get the car upset, because those curves can be very, very slippery in the wet conditions, going as far out wide as they can. Now this hard braking zone into this left-hander. Used to be two full-on hairpins here. Now it is just a left, is just a right-left, like Anessa's. See what Xiaowan here has to offer. As I said before. So both new entries into Vtracc Challenge are in the pro class. That is Hong Xiaowan and Kagura Mashiro. We have a yellow flag on the circuit, but we will keep an eye on Xiaowan. About to come across the line, now through the final turn, onto the front stretch of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That is going to be a 141.565. Well, Lucas Lichten back there is not on a flying lap. Risa Kyoso with a 143.320. Akito Suzukawa with a 144.052. And Karo Okami with a 146.945. Kagura Mashu with a 145.192. So Xiaoan actually getting the best of the conditions at the moment. They definitely have a hang of the circuit. You can look at the rest of the field. Ivano Chensoi has entered the silver class pole with a 144.655. Jordan Wrench right behind him with a 145.112. Akito Suzukawa is the one that is improving the most right now, but we'll still take a look at Hong Xiaoan. He headed the field overall. Iser Ambra now through the final set of corners here. Ooh, overcooks it a little bit, actually. Gets a little bit of the styrofoam onto the track there. Thankfully, not as big as a hazard as it would be in real life. Let's see what Xiaoan has to put down here. It looks like it's not going to be an improvement. Let's take a look at Risa Kyoso instead, who is up 0.6 from his best. Will it be enough to get Xiaoan? Lucas Lichten actually with a... Oh, actually, no. Risa Kyoso jumps Lucas Lichten with a 142.747. Akito Suzukawa crosses the line with 142.932. And Lucas Lichten with a 142.790. Kagura Mashiro also sets up best lap with a 144.340. Moritsuka with a 143.620. Ivano Chensoi jumps Kagura Mashiro with a 144.217. Already a lot happening in this qualifying session as usual in the Vtracc challenge. Never a dull moment in this series. It's never a dull moment at all, especially with so many great VTubers sharing the track together, V-streamers. We'll keep an eye on Risa Kyoso at the moment. Risa Kyoso just hunting behind Lucas Lichten. Lucas Lichten probably giving a little bit of a clear track ahead, a little bit of a dry trail for Risa Kyoso to take advantage of. Those tires just picking up as much of the rain as possible from the surface. That little trail probably helping Risa a little bit with the pace. Looks like Xiaoan has actually messed up the final few sets of corners again. Looks like Xiaoan is actually struggling with that part of the track. Hopefully Xiaoan gets it right the next lap by. We'll see what Lucas Lichten has to offer here. Lucas Lichten in the Pomu car. Xiaoan is going to pull off to the side and try dare run again. Looks like Lucas Lichten is able to jump Risa Kyoso, but is Risa Kyoso going to be able to take that position back? No. Looks like Lucas Lichten will stick to the second position with a 142.002. So good effort by Lucas. Akito stays in fourth. Ivano Chensoi is about to cross the line here. And is able to jump Moritsuka. Kagura Mashiro back on track. Actually, let's take a look back at Lucas Lichten, who is challenging for the pole position here, actually. Everybody just going really wide in that corner. That is fair game. So looking like Lucas Lichten might have a challenge here for Xiaoan. Xiao will have to do a few more laps here to make sure that they are not threatened for their pole position. And it looks like if Lucas Lichten can hang on in these final few corners, final couple of corners, and after the final corner, no, actually, he lost a lot of time coming out in that penultimate corner. So it looks like it'll just be 2.5 tenths up on his best. It's going to be an improvement still, but it's not going to be as much as he probably wanted with a 141.752. Akito Suzukawa right behind, though this lap is not a flyer, it looks like. Though at the moment, it's 2 tenths that separate the leader from second position. Then it's another 6 tenths to Riska Kyoso, and then 2 tenths to Akito Suzukawa, and then Ivano Chensoi just under a tenth actually from Akito Suzukawa. So pretty close battle so far. Pretty close at the mid pack, but at the front it's just 2 drivers in a league of their own at the moment. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the AM pole sitter, DJ Overdrive, who is looking to further improve on his lap time here. Actually, let's take a look at Mayaneko, who is on a bit of a flyer here. Might be able to improve their position if they keep it together here. Pretty tough set of corners, especially in the rain. This looks like this will be a very big improvement. Ryoma Kirihara said a good lap time. It should be second in silver class. Mayaneko is going to cross the line. That's going to jump them a position. Right behind is iMetric Zanes. Will this be any gain? It is going to put them him ahead of Zen. Kagura Mashiro just right behind. Actually, they are about to set a lap time here. That was their out lap. Lucas Lichten back there as well. That's an improvement, but not enough to take pole position. Take a look back at DJ Overdrive. Will the pole sitter... Oh, I was about to say, will the pole sitter in AM improve his lap time? But no, just takes it far too wide and takes the bicycle course there. Haru Okami, though, jumps a lot of positions and is now second in AM. Dion, no improvement looks like this lap by. Doesn't look like it. Dion will have to try again. Dion, aka Eister Ambra. Kagura Mashiro might be able to improve here. So as it stands, we have 3 silver drivers, the whole silver class actually, ahead of 3 pro drivers here, of Moritz Hiccup, Psycho Kaiza, and Kagura Mashiro. Not the performance we expected from those 3, but hopefully they'll get their things together here. As the session goes on, Kagura Mashiro is able to jump Psycho Kaiza, and Psycho Kaiza right behind as well. Psycho Kaiza is actually on his out lap, so we'll see if he's able to further improve. Ooh, that's very wide into turn 1. Not what he wanted, probably. I say probably, but that's definitely not what he wanted with an invalid lap time, so he'll have to go through another lap here to get any sort of improvement. So tough break for the Technoburst Racing driver. Kirihara is up in front of him. Speaking of Kirihara, on his out lap. Moritz Hiccup's able to improve on their position. Riska Kyoso is on a flyer here as well. With only 6 minutes to go in qualifying session, there's not a lot of time left to make a mark and get a good starting position for the Indianapolis V-Prix. he comes down the front stretch. That's going to be a very slight improvement. Not going to jump him through any positions at all here. We'll see what this next lap brings for him. We'll keep an eye on Vtracc for this whole lap. So far, it doesn't look like people are moving up as much as before. Actually, as I say that, Vtracc might be able to jump Ryoma Kirihara here. No, actually, is only a 10th off of Kirihara, so stays in 7th position. We'll go back to Vtracc, who is up a 10th. But it's not going to be enough to catch Lucas Lickland and jump him for the 2nd position. We'll see if he has anything for the next lap. At the moment, no big improvements. Looks like Vtracc is going to be stuck behind Ryoma Tateyama. Ryoma Tateyama makes some room, however, that's still going to lose him a bit of time. He's still going to be a little bit distracted by lapped cars, actually by slower cars. So when you're on a qualifying lap, you really want clear track ahead as much as possible. And like any little break in concentration can really mess up your lap. So hopefully Vtracc has a clear track ahead this time as Ryoma Tateyama. Looks like they were going to do track wide there. Makes a corner though, so no harm, no foul. Oh, Vtracc goes really wide coming into this little hairpin here. Able to claw back some time coming into the backstretch, but that's going to be a lot of time that he's lost there. Just that back end just going out from under him. Let's take a look at the replay. He just missed it, but oh my goodness. Yeah, he'd probably go full walk there. It's not going to help his qualifying chances either. It doesn't look like this is going to be a big improvement, as he's lost a lot of time. He's going to slow down here, try and give himself some more space. Meanwhile, I'll take a look back at Lucas Lickland, who is also on a flyer here. Is it going to be enough to catch Xiaoan Ho? Xiaoan is not really far ahead, but has a pretty good pace compared to the rest of the field and to Lucas Lickland. But Lucas Lickland definitely has this final few sets of corners covered better than Xiaoan has throughout this whole session. This might be enough for him to pip them to the front of the field. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be, wow, just 0.04 of a second from Xiaoan and Lickland. Lickland's going to try again, however, there's 2 traffic cars ahead of him. We'll see if that'll affect his qualifying run here. Meanwhile, Azuzukawa and Kiyoso are on their 2nd attempt, I believe. Only a minute left in qualifying, so 2 minutes, I'd say 2 minutes. You can get like maybe one more lap in before the session's over. Looks like Ryoma Tateyama is going to be Lucas Lickland's way, so fortunately Lucas Lickland has another lap to pull this off. So he's going to slow down and give himself as much space as possible from the Nissan GTR driver. We'll take a look at Reska. We just switched onto Reska when he had a big moment. He's also going to have another lap to salvage this, though. You have to wonder if he has enough fuel to do it, however. We'll click back onto Akito Suzukawa. Aki is not going to have a big improvement here. That's Xiaoan right behind him as well. Will Xiaoan make the gap any bigger? Looks like they have already, with the 141.5 flat. Zhao in the Aston Martin last season when they were here. They were in the Porsche. So a new car probably helping a lot for them. Zhao got a big time gain there. So Zhao is about to widen the gap to Lucas Lichten. Though as we've seen before, they are a bit weaker on those final sets of corners coming onto the front stretch of the oval circuit as the qualifying session is now over. So this is going to be the final lap. Zhao might have gone a little bit wide there. Actually, no, that might be the preferred line. It looks like they've gone a little bit wide there, but actually they've gained time on Akito there. But Akito is going to be a bit of a barrier there. We'll see if they get this corner right. Akito probably has to move over. The Akito is 6/10 down on his best qualifying lap, while Zhao used... Oh my goodness. That's still going to be improvement for Zhao, but Zhao's probably not going to be a bit happy with that. I don't know if Akito is trying to give space for Zhao to complete the lap, but that looks pretty strange to me. It might have been just miscommunication for all I know. Ryoma Kirihara, one of the final few to set a fast qualifying lap here. Looks like it's going to be an improvement. This is going to be a big time gain. It's going to be third for Ryoma Kirihara. So another great qualifying result for Kirihara. We'll see if they are able to bring it forward to the race like last round. So a great performance from the Technoburst Racing driver. As we get set for the first race, 25 minutes here. 2 races for the new format of the Vtracc Challenge. As you've seen, looks like Hong Jiawan is going to be on the pole position. Right next to them is going to be Lucas Lichten. Ryoma Kirihara, the leader of the silver class, is in third. Reska Kyoso in fourth. Akito Suzugawa in fifth. Saiko Kaiza in sixth. Ivano Chensoi in seventh. Moritz Hiccup in eighth. Ritterbruch in ninth. Pagoda Mashiro in 10th. DJ Overdrive in 12th. In 11th. Sorry. Zen in 12th. Imenchik Zanes in 13th. Haru Okami in 14th. Maya Neko in 15th. And rounding out the grid is Ryoma Tateyama in 16th. 16 cars for what's going to be a very, very wet and hectic Indianapolis V-Prix. So we get set for the first of 2 races today. Thank you for joining us. Hope you are having a wonderful day today. And we hope that you're going to be enjoying this race as much as I am here up in the booth. And we hope we can put on a good show for you today. As you can see, it is absolutely pouring down on the track at the moment. It's going to get a little better later on, but I don't know if it's going to get any better before the race ends, if we're going to have a dry race after all. We've also had a wet race for race 1 at the Corkscrew V-Prix. In that race, Akito Suzugawa took the win in race 1, while in race 2 it was from wet to dry, I believe, and Lucas Lichten took that race. Will Zhao be able to take top honors here on their debut back into the series? As we get set for the pace lap here, Zhao, Lichten, Kirihara, Kyoso, Suzugawa, and Kaiza. I did say Saiko Kaiza looked like he was struggling a bit, however he was able to recover, so good on him. He's starting in 6th. Kirihara overachieving in 3rd. So good day today for Technoburst so far. We'll see if they're able to get their form into the race as well. you can probably say that Ryoma is the rain master. Nobody better than him at the rain. A lot of questions coming into this race. Who's going to handle the wet conditions the best? It's been wet all day, but it's a different beast come race time. And turn 1 being almost a 90-degree right-hander. Hopefully no big incidents at the start of the race. We're going to have the best view in the house for it. So now onto the chicane before getting onto the front stretch of the oval circuit. Once again, Zhaoan on pole and Lichten right besides them. Kirihara looking to upset the balance of the classes in third. Risuka Kyoso looking to improve his position in fourth. And Suzugawa probably wants better than fifth here. Just a few more moments before the green flag is out, so hold on to your seats, because this is going to be a very exciting race, as always, in the Vtracc Challenge, brought to you by tracc.eu, powered by the SimGrid. So now, slowing to a crawl, has to get down to 70 kilometers an hour, stay there. Making the long trundle down to the start-finish at the front stretch, nearing the little strip of bricks there, waiting for the green flag to come out. Here we go. Just a bit more. Green flag is out. Zhaoan gets a good start there, and Akito Suzugawa is right in the middle, 3 wide. This is gonna... will this end badly? Oh, Risuka Kyoso makes a big dive to the inside of Lucas Lichten. Will this plan out well? Oh, contact between Psycho Kaiza and Moritz Hiccup. They all get away cleanly, though, I believe. Maya Neko actually gets away the worst there. Take a look back at the battle for the lead. Zhaoan and Lucas Lichten. And Ryoma Kirihara already being bullied off a third there by Risuka Kyoso. Risuka Kyoso with a great start. Kirihara onto the grass, oh my goodness. And we have a change in the lead. Lucas Lichten sneaks into the inside of Zhaoan, and Zhaoan is going to be looking at the rear bumper of the Pomu NSX. And now Zhaoan is going to have to get some work done here to get back into that first position. And Risuka Kyoso is there as well. The Risuka Kyoso with a great move to the inside of turn 1. So now, oh my goodness, Zhaoan nearly gets into the back of Pomu there. I say Pomu, but that is Lucas Lichten. Can you imagine if Pomu was actually driving that car? Actually, I don't want to imagine. So the lead at the moment is Lucas Lichten, Risuka Kyoso, Zhaoan dropping positions, dropping like a rock here. Moritz Hiccup in fourth, Kirihara in fifth. Akito Suzugawa lost the position in 6th. Ooh, gets a big sideways slide there. Zhaoan actually makes contact with Moritz Hiccup. Oh, Jordan Bunch nearly gets slides off the track there. Lots of action going on already in this wet track. Nearly flooded, it looks like. We'll take a look at this battle here. Zhaoan trying to recover their pace and try to get back to the lead here. They are sliding all over the track. Moritz Hiccup and Kirihara falling right behind. Suzugawa goes really wide onto the front stretch there, crossing over the strip of bricks for the first lap completed in the first race of the session. Looking back onto the rest of the grid, it looks like Imetric Zanes has taken the lead of the AM class. Right ahead of them is, I don't know, Chensoi making a big dive on Jordan Bunch for the silver class second position. Jordan Bunch gets into the grass, is able to hang on to it. Imetric Zanes leading at the moment in AM. DJ Overdrive, Kagura Mashu is around. That's a big moment there. Let's take a look at the replay. And Kagura Mashu just getting to the side of Rima Tateyama in the 275 GTR. Maru Okami got off a little wide there into the grass. So Kagura Mashu having to recover. And Kagura Mashu is in trouble again. In the grass, very slippery there. So not a great start for the returning Kaguramashu in the number 3 Porsche. Take a look back at the lead. It is Lucas Lichten still at the head of the field. Akito Suzugawa has gone around Ryoma Kirihara. Kirihara, what's happened to Kirihara? Kirihara might have gone off somewhere as his teammate, Seiko Kaiza, has gone around. And second place in Silver Class lurks not too far behind. That is Jordan Brunch in the Team Iris, number 15, BMW. Goes a bit sideways as well. So a pair of BMWs hunting down this Aston Martin. We'll take a look at the battle for the AM class lead. It is DJ Overdrive and iMagic Zanes still going at it. iMagic Zanes with a great... Oh my goodness. Excuse me, I'm not sure what that was. He had a bit of a moment there. But it looks like everything is okay. Excuse the Windows noises. But Xiaolan losing a lot of pace to Moritz Hiccup and Riska Kyoso. Akito Suzugawa trying to get past Moritz Hiccup here and get to the 4th position. It looks like the rain will be letting up soon. Here we are. Oh, actually, it looks like Xiaoan might have been able to claw the gap back up to Riska Kyoso. Meanwhile, Lucas Lichten is just so far ahead. It is just not a contest at the front of the field. Xiaolan actually goes a bit wide there. And it looks like Xiaolan has found the pace that they lost at the start of the race. So maybe maybe it was a bit too wet for them. They're getting back to probably where the qualifying conditions were at, where they set their pole time. Probably feeling a lot more comfortable in these conditions. However, they've already lost about 5 seconds to the leader. Actually even more, so about maybe 6 seconds, so that's a huge loss for the Chinese driver, for Iser Ambra. Meanwhile, right behind him, Moritz Hiccup in 4th, and Akito Suzugawa looking to get that position. Ryoma Kirihara and Seiko Kaiza, the 2 Technoburst Racing drivers. And Jordan Brunch fighting for 2nd position between Ivano Chensoy. Chensoy able to get the better run out there. We'll stay glued to this battle here. Actually, let's go back up to this battle between Kirihara and Moritz Hiccup. Looks like, actually no, looks like up further ahead as Xiaolan has found the back of Riska Kyoso and is looking to make a move, making their intentions very clear. Iser Ambro looking for any way, looking at the back, further back. Oh my gosh, what a dive by Kirihara. Kirihara absolutely went for it, but it wasn't enough. Looks like that's opened the door for their teammate, Seiko Kaiza. Kiriata actually manages to gain back a bit of ground to Hiccup, but the Psychopath right behind, gonna have to be careful. Kirihara was looking to dive to the inside in that corner, but just not enough space, not enough grip to do it. So it's a pair of Technoburst racing cars harassing the Hiccup car. As Kirihara gets in the back, maybe just slightly tapping the rear. Moritz Hiccup. Now this move here, no, doesn't make it. Oh my goodness, Psycho Kaiza is off. Psycho Kaiza might have been scared by Kirihara. Kirihara lets him get the position. Probably has like a little apology there. Kaiza probably did not expect anything of that. So having to make up ground again to Moritz Hiccup. Meanwhile, let's take a look back at Jawan and Reska Kiyoso battling for the lead. For second position. I say the lead, but the lead. Oh my goodness! I saw Moritz Hiccup take the longer way around there. That's gonna give Psycho Kaiza a way out, and Jordan Brunch is forced off the track a bit, I believe. I don't know if he was forced or just was a bit of an awkward position there. But he was in the grass. Thankfully, he was able to gather it up. Dalan and Reska Kiyoso still battling. Meanwhile, second position in Silver Class. Actually, for the whole Silver Class lead is up for grabs, as Ryoma Kirihara has jumped back to 7th overall. And now it's all fair game for the Silver Class. So much action going on, we don't know where to look. See tire marks there. I'm not sure whose tire marks those are. As Lucas Lichten at the head of the field keeps gaining time over a battling Zhaoan and Kiyoso. And iMetric Zanes is off. What's happened to Zanes? Just gets loose on the grass because the grass is so slippery in these wet conditions. Loses the lead of the AM class and gives it over to DJ Overdrive. Thankfully, he doesn't lose any more positions, but still really heartbreaking for the Yandere Racing Team driver. Meanwhile, Kirihara has lost the position to Jordan Bunch while we were looking at that replay. So Jordan Bunch is now at the head of the Silver Class field. Jordan Bunch with a big slide. Oh my goodness, a huge slide. That's going to give Kirihara a chance to battle back for the lead. At the moment, this is the best battle we have on track for the Silver Class lead here. Between three cars, all three cars in the Silver Class. But right up ahead, we have Psycho Kaiza and Moritz Hiccup battling for 5th. Moritz looks like Kaiza will be taking a defensive position. Oh my goodness, Kirihara with an absolutely optimistic move. I'm not sure that was on, but forces Jordan Bunch off. Thankfully, everybody gets back on track safe and sound, but Kirihara was maybe a bit optimistic there. As Amano Chensoi gets in the back of Kirihara, it is getting cagey here for the fight in silver. It isn't just the pros putting on a show. So now Kirihara will have to make up that time again to Jordan Bunch, but as we've seen, Kirihara does have the pace, just need the consistency to pull it off. As you see DJ Overdrive, the leader of the M class, not too far behind. Amano Chensoi trying to hang on to Kirihara's rear bumper as Jordan Bunch manages to pull away a bit. Looks like Amano Chensoi has the better ability under braking than Kirihara does in that corner. Let's see, coming into the front stretch, what Kirihara does here. Will he be able to pull that really optimistic move off again? Hopefully a lot cleaner this time around. Because that was almost a big mess, as it looks like the battle between Zhaoan and Kyoso has cooled off a bit. So this is, again, your closest battle for the lead in the silver class. Kirihara gains a bit of time there on Jordan Bunch. Jordan Bunch was a bit slower into the first corner here. But it looks like Jordan Bunch is better through the middle of the track. Kirihara goes, actually, Jordan Bunch is a bit tighter to that section. Kirihara using more of the track. Kirihara peeking to the inside, no space to pull it off though. Jordan Bunch is able to close it off right in time. And Shinsoi just biding his time, waiting for the best opportunity. Kirihara goes a little bit sideways. That's going to give Brunch the better run off of the stretch here, back stretch. Hard brake into this left-hander here, almost 90 degrees. Pretty much 90 degrees, actually, as Jordan Brunch looks like he nearly overhooked it. Is able to stop the car in time, though. Look, Jawan has actually lost a lot of time to risk at Kyoso. We'll take a look at Jawan. Yeah, it's a lot of time lost to the Who Wants a Soda driver. The Jawan probably struggling with the tires at the moment. Meanwhile, we'll take a look back at the silver class battle for their lead. Kirihara might have a better run here coming into the main stretch. Gets a little bit into the grass. They're able to hang on. Actually, no. Loses all that momentum going just a bit wide. Having to probably lift off to not get into the wall there. Hard braking into turn one. Oh my goodness. That is... Oh, do they make it? Oh, just barely. Way to hang on to that car, Kirihara, because that could have been ugly. Jordan Venturelli braked a lot earlier than they anticipated, and Ivano Chenso is going to take advantage. Peeks at the inside, nearly makes contact, but none doing. Jordan Bunch is just doing his best to hold off Kirihara, the Scottish Minister of Defence, doing his best here. As at the moment, it looks like Lucas Lucan has at a 10-second lead to Riska Kyoso. And yeah, it's stopped raining now, so it is only going to get drier and drier as we go on. They're not dry enough to get onto the dry tires here. But there is going to be that dry line forming, so we'll see how that pans out. Jawan is gaining time a bit on Riska Kyoso, though not enough for us to switch into that battle, so we stay here between Brunch, Kirihara, and Chensoi. Kirihara looking to the inside. No, nothing doing as well. It's going to give Chensoi an opportunity. Ooh, Jordan Brunch goes maybe a little bit wide there. So does Chensoi. And Kirihara is able to go side by side just for a millisecond. It's going to have to relinquish that. However, might have the momentum. Jordan Brunch hits the inside wall. That's a huge moment for Jordan Brunch. That's going to be a lot of damage. That's going to allow Chensoi to move past as well. Just a big mistake there from Brunch. Just getting the car kicked out wide and having to save it. Thankfully, not much worse, but Jordan Brunch is just going to have to hang on to that damaged car now. Unfortunate for the Team Iris driver. Was doing such a great job hanging on to the silver class lead, but he's going to relinquish it to Ryoma Kirihara, and we'll see if Kirihara is able to just fly from here on out. Meanwhile, Ivano Chensoi in the second position in silver. Actually, it looks like Jordan Brunch was able to recover a little bit of that time. And it looks like Jordan Brunch was just the cork in the bottle, as Kirihara is able to pull out wide already to catch Moritz hiccup. It looks like Zen is in the pits at the moment. And they have been in the pits for quite a while, so I think that is maybe a retirement, or maybe having to just having to repair damage. Excuse me. Xiaoan has actually posted the fastest lap of the race. We'll check back on Xiaoan in a moment here. Conditions a lot better now. Probably a lot closer to the qualifying conditions that they set their pole lap time in. So now Xiaoan just hunting Reska Kyoso down once more. Reska Kyoso losing time to Lucas Lichten, who has just been flying today. Absolutely dominant. So that form from last season continuing. Last season's champion showing why they are the champion. So this battle rages on once more. Everybody posting a lot faster lap times, with the track getting a lot better here. In the very far picture, you see Akito Asuzagawa probably wanted to do a lot better than fourth. However, probably the best position you can be in, and just in case these two have a moment. Just gotta keep your head in the game, just in case anything happens. Xiaoan got away, actually no, overcooked that turn. I was about to say got a way better braking into that corner than Reska Kyoso did, but was actually overcooking it, so it was a big lunge. As Lucas Lichten takes that best lap of the race away from Xiaoan. We'll see if Xiaoan has any response. I think that they will with that mistake. Actually, yes, that is the best lap of the race, 1:43.330. So Xiaoan definitely has pace. As the sun comes out, it's going to really help the track conditions here. Probably not going to help the tires, though. The wet tires going to get very hot when the track starts drying. Going to have to start hunting for the water around the track. You see that dry line being very distinct. We'll see what these drivers here do here. Now Xiaoan coming to the backstretch once more. You can see the dry line really starting to form. That really dry part of the circuit. Xiaoan hunting for the water to cool down those tires now. Reska Kyoso still hanging on to that second position. Reska Kyoso doing a great job being consistent this season. But Xiaoan has a response, though. We'll see what they'll do here. As Kitihara has gotten past Moritz Hiccup, and now it's back to the... Actually, no. Kitihara is 8 seconds back from their teammate. Just to keep you updated on the battle for second position in silver, it is still between Jordan Bunch and Ivano Chensoi. Chensoi still hanging on, still able to manage that gap to Jordan. So Kyoso going defensive there, not all the way to the inside, so it's going to give himself enough room to brake here. But Xiaoan, what will they do? Going to be a little harder in the brakes. Oh my goodness, that was never going to work. Xiaoan spins themselves on Reska Kyoso. We'll take a look at that again. The angle was just closing, and Xiaoan just did not slow down in time. So Xiaoan has a lot of work to do once more, though there's only 3 minutes left. I'm not sure he can make up a 3-second gap in 3 minutes. That door was just closing. As racing instructors tell you, that is the Vtracc zone. Vortex of Doom, as I should say. The part of the person's field of vision, field of view, that you really cannot see the passing driver in. And you do make contact, that is most likely your fault. And Xiaoan probably fell into that vortex of doom as they cut the track there, going off wide. Probably a little rattled from that mistake. Meanwhile, Chensoi on the back of Moritz Hiccup. Chensoi doing a great job today. This is not for class position, but this is for overall position. This won't affect Chen Soi's point standings, however, getting past a overall driver, especially a pro driver, will definitely feel good. As Bunch still is able to keep up to Chen Soi there, even despite the damage. Now the track is almost, you see that dry line just really forming. It's almost bone dry. Will that affect the tire temps at all? Will everybody's tire pressures be off at the moment? Will that affect everybody's driving style? We'll see. People are start hunting for the water on the track to cool off. Vtracc goes very wide, just gonna give the position to Chen Soi. Actually, no, doesn't give it away without a fight. Able to stick to the inside, but that's gonna give Bunch an opportunity. Oh my goodness. Side-by-side contact. I'm not sure if Moritz didn't see him there. But that allows Bunch to slip on by. Heavy rain coming in 30 minutes. Thankfully, we only have 20 seconds of the race left. So this is probably the final lap, as Lucas Lichten's probably already crossed the line. And we're going to be able to avoid that downpour of rain. Yes, it is the final lap. We will stay onto this battle for the second position in silver. Right behind, you can see DJ Overdrive doing a great job in the lead of Am. Will Chen Soi make a move here coming to turn one on the final lap? Ooh, oh my goodness. I thought he was going to get slowed down in time, but he plays it safe. Chen Soi looking for any opportunity to get past Bunch here. Bunch, as we all know, is probably the hardest person to pass on the track. Meanwhile, Lucas Lichten, your race 1 winner. Overall, great job. 15 seconds clear of Reska Kyoso. But we will take a look back at the silver class battle. Reska Kyoso will cross the line in second. Zhaoan crosses the line in third. Ryoma Kirihara with the win in silver. But just behind, we have this battle. Ivano peeking to the inside. Bunch being held up by Vtracc. Will Ivano have a chance here? This is where Bunch lost it last time. Oh, Ivano gets a bit sideways, and it's going to be Bunch who holds on to second in silver. Ryoma Kirihara takes the win in silver. And DJ Overdrive with a commanding lead in the AM class, doing another great job. Takes home the win once more in race 1. That's going to be 2 wins for him already. Takuda Mashiro crosses the line as well. And Mitch Zanes takes home second, so podium position for him. Ryuma Tateyama with another podium. A great job from them. And Faro Okami going to be the last to cross the line. So, the overall winner for today, Lucas Lichten, just a dominating performance in race 1. Will it be the same in race 2? Because we haven't seen drivers dominate any 2 races so far. indeed Super Luke, as we get set for the second race in just a few moments. Take a look back at the overall team standings. This is once again after the Corkscrew V-Prix, but this will probably change a bit after today. Akito Suzugawa and Risuka Kyoso had a good finish. However, Grip Vazu, with Leon JHK absent today, might get passed by Technoburst Racing and Team Iris, with Lucas Lichten taking home that win in Driver Bunch, and I believe that was second. So as we wait for the second race to clock over, to switch over, we'll be right back as I take a little break as we wait all for race 2. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Vtracc challenge here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Once again, it is wet and the track is absolutely flooded. Just horrid conditions for these VTubers, so they're going to have to tackle these tricky conditions once more, but just in a way more intense fashion. It's going to be a very interesting race. We'll see what happens here at the Indianapolis V-Prix. Thank you for joining us. This is the second race of 2 races so far. If you missed the first race, Lucas Lichten ran away with the win. We had Ryuma Kirihara in silver class winning that, and DJ Overdrive in the AM class. So as our drivers get pull off for the pace lap here, absolutely flooded once again. Just the worst conditions to race in, absolutely, as our drivers pull off here. The visibility will be awful, absolutely awful. We're right on board here with Ryoma Tateyama. Just look at that, the spray is just blinding. Kagura Mashiro will be starting from the pits. I'm not sure if Kagura Mashiro just forgot. But either way, it is going to be a hectic race here. Once again, if you forgot your starting positions here from the qualifying session, it was Jiawan, then Lichten, Kirihara in 3rd, Risuka Kyoso in 4th, Suzugawa in 5th, Saiko Kaiza in 6th, Shinsoi in 7th, Moritz Sikab in 8th, Kaguramasho in 9th, however, they'll be starting with the pit lane. 10th is DJ Overdrive, 11th is Zen, 12th is Imetric Zanes, 13th is Faro Okami, 14th is Maya Neko, and 15th is Ruma Tatsuyama. Jordan Bench has not returned once again to race 2. So it looks like it is all up to Lucas Lichten to take back all those points and bring it in today for Team Iris. This will be probably the most chaotic race of the season so far with a flooded track. It is not going to get any better, it looks like. So as they start to go double file here, we'll see how our VTubers handle it in the Vtracc challenge, powered by tracc.eu. Brought to you by tracc.eu, powered by the SimGrid. So here we go, going double file now, waiting for the green flag once more. Jalon getting their tires warmed up, though I don't know if that's going to be a futile effort here. They're now having to get back to a crawl of 70 kilometers an hour once more. As the whole period stacks up, gets all gridded up, and ready to go for racing here. 25 minutes in race 2, flooded conditions at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the yard of bricks, more like the yard of water, I guess. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, but either way, let's just have the race going so I don't say anything more stupid. So here we go. Once again, hopefully everybody has a clean race coming to turn 1. We'll see what happens here. Waiting for the green flag to come out here. Green flag is out. Looks like Akito Suzugawa will take the middle again, as does Riska Kyoso. Riska Kyoso is switching lanes, getting the inside to get the perfect passing opportunity. Might be going 3 wide there, as Icer Ambra goes very wide off the track. Everybody's off the track. Kitty Hata's off track. Lucas Lichten's nearly off track. Psycho Kaiser's nearly off track. Oh my goodness, they make contact off the track. Just absolute chaos here going on. Faro Okami off track as well. Jalon blast overall, gonna have to make up all that positions. Naoki Suzugawa's wide too. It's gone spinning off a little half spin, battling off Moritz Hiccup. The track is absolutely flooded. Everybody just going sideways, going as careful as they can through just the oh my goodness, did Aki just not, oh my goodness, Aki looks extremely angry. That forces Moritz Hiccup wide. I'm not sure what that was about, but Akito Suzugawa was forcing Moritz Hiccup there wide. What's going on there? I'm gonna take a look at that again. Let me do the backstretch here. I'm not sure whether Aki... Ooh, I'm not sure what that was about. But that pretty much made Moritz Hiccup go off wide. I'm not sure what caused that or anything, or if that was just an error. But Moritz Hiccup's gonna have to climb all the way back up, getting into the inside of Faro Okami. Meanwhile, Ryoma Kirihara drops back to the middle of the pack once more after that absolute kerfuffle. And Zen is off as well. Meanwhile, at the head of the field, Lucas Lichten is once again your leader, Riska Kyoso in second, Akito Suzugawa in third, Psycho Kaiza in fourth, Chensoi in fifth, Kirihara not too far behind, just creeping there. Sorry if we didn't get a super good look at turn 1 there, but turn 1 was just an absolute melee. Meanwhile, Chensoy and Kirihara fighting for the lead in silver. Lucas looking pulling away once more, and DJ Overdrive leading the AM class once more, doing a great job today this season. Kirihara looking for any opportunity to get past Chensoy for the lead in silver, like they did before last time round. The track just absolutely flooded, not giving the best conditions for our drivers racing today, but you still need to be very careful. You can't blame just the track conditions. You still have to be aware and careful and just very just aware of your surroundings, and just really have to practice your racecraft. As Chensoy actually got into the wall there for a bit. Vtracc is into the pit lane, as Kirihara maybe leaves it a bit too late to brake there. Nearly gets to the back of Chensoy. Chensoy just hanging on as much as it can, not being spooked at all by that late braking technique. But Kirihara is peeking to the inside, that dragon just looking for its prey. Fortunately, nothing to do there as Vtracc retires from the race. Kirihara looking to the inside, switching over, want to do the switchback, but no doing there, nothing doing. Jean is picking their way back up through the field once more, as Chensoy is slow through that exit of that corner, and Kirihara is down to the outside, and now to the inside of this corner. The switchback might work here. Let's see if Kirihara is better on the brakes. Kirihara backs off there a bit, so Chensoy is going to hang on to the lead in the silver class for now. At the end of the race, we'll definitely take a look at turn 1, because turn 1 was just too much to just analyze in just real time, as Kirihara closes to the back of Chensoy once more on the braking. Looks like Kirihara is way better under braking, but Chensoy just able to stick it in the corners. It's not about how you enter the corners, but how you exit, and Chensoy is proving that today. As further up the field, we see a line of cars that is Saiko Kaiza, Akito Suzugawa, and Reska Kyoso in that pack, as Lucas looking as further pulls away, as Reska Kyoso went a bit wide there, loses a bit of time. Akito Suzugawa able to pull back that gap. You see Kirihara is able to do here, up against Chensoy once more as the lap ticks away. 4 laps completed now, with 19 minutes to go. Kirihara once again peeking to the inside, looking for any way past. Looks like Kirihara has pace once they get past another driver, but just really struggles getting past and overtaking. And that's just another facet of racing. Like, you really have to know how to overtake, and really have to know how to carry the momentum, and how to prioritize your own exits instead of just hindering your own exits by running into the back of the car, just being held back. Speaking of battles, we have Saiko Kaiza up against Akito Suzugawa. Oh, Saiko Kaiza misses that corner up a bit. Kirihara, once again. Ooh, Chensoy and Kirihara both going off. Just follow them off track. Back to what I was saying, you really need to prioritize your own exits, and you cannot focus too much on the car ahead of you, or else you make your own mistakes. Or else you make their mistakes as your own. It's all about prioritizing your exit and not putting yourself at a disadvantage, just making yourself run to the back of the car over and over again, having to slow yourself down. As Kirihara peeks to the inside, it's not going to have the ideal line coming to the next corner though. Chensoy is able to get it back. Actually, Chensoy a bit slower through that apex, and Kirihara is able to sneak past. So a great move by Kirihara, actually. I did not expect Chensoy to slow down that much through the corner, but Kirihara might be able to pull away here now, with the track now getting a bit better here. As you see there in the background, Zhao started the race in pole position, but went off really wide along with a few other drivers. So having to make their way back up the field once more. Mashiro is on the track, however, they are 2 laps down. Let's take a look at the battle for second position in the AM class. Ryuma Tateyama trying their best to hang on to Faro Okami, however, looks like they've gone wide and into the grass. iMagic Zanes follows not too far behind. Faro Okami goes off wide there. The AM class has a bit of broadcasting time here. Usually not a lot. Well, actually, this race, not a lot happening in the AM class other than just a bit of chaos here and there. But now we have a battle between Faro Okami, Ryuma Tateyama, and iMagic Zanes. And actually, Zen is back there too. So this might be a pretty good battle for second position in the AM class. But DJ Overdrive just waltzing away as Ryuma Tateyama makes another mistake in braking, goes off wide into the grass. That's going to allow iMagic Zanes to catch up and maybe get past here. iMagic Zanes definitely has pace to win in the AM class. Just needs to minimize his mistakes here. The iMagic Zanes getting the better of Tateyama in the braking zone here. Is able to get through that corner Mach cleaner, and that's opened up an opportunity for him to get past. Though it just closed right in time for Tateyama to stay in that third position. iMagic Zanes doing a huge slide. That's going to allow Faro Okami to run away with it. Second position. Maybe get a bit of time, gain a bit of time on DJ Overdrive, and maybe challenge him for the AM class lead. As I believe I saw iMagic Zanes go off there. No, actually, didn't go off, but lost a lot of time. So Zen is able to keep up now. Zen, for some reason, down as Polyphony Digital in the teams in the standings, which is quite funny. Meanwhile, we have a teammate battle between Akito Suzugawa and Riska Kyoso. Akito Suzugawa now in the podium positions. Wants to further improve on that. Though I don't think anybody's going to catch Lucas Lichten once again, as Lucas Lichten has the best lap time of 1:47.962. The next fastest car is, I believe, Psycho Kaiza, and with a 1:48.327. So that's nearly a full second. So now these two friends just battling it out here. Ooh, now without a bit of drama though, Akito Suzugawa having to wrangle that 296 through the absolutely wet track, just torrid conditions. Riska Kyoso, ooh, leaves a bit too late to braking, and that will give Akito a chance to make a move here. Akito Suzugawa peeking in the inside. Ooh, great move. He's gonna do a little bit of a block pass here. He's able to hold on to the second. A great move from the Mirai United VTuber Racing Team driver. Was in a bit of drama in the first lap. Was able to recover, but goes off wide here. Was able to hang on to that second position, but Riska Kyoso now has another chance to regain that second, which might as well be the lead, because Lucas Lichten is so far ahead. Lucas Lichten has just been dominant today, back to the form that he had last season. As the fans have said, Super Luke. Power of thigh highs really powering him today. Akito Suzugawa is able to pull a gap to Riska Kyoso. We'll see if that stands, but Psycho Kaiza is coming. Psycho Kaiza, as I said before, is probably the next fastest car on the circuit. So this will soon be a three-way battle, perhaps, as Lucas Lichten pulls off another fast lap for 1:47.795. We'll see what Akito does here. That's going to be a 1:48.492. Riska is a 150, and Psycho Kaiza actually pips the best lap of the race away from Lucas Lichten, and that's going to be a 1:47.172. So Psycho Kaiza, the fastest car on the track at the moment, gaining on Resko Kyoso, and maybe soon enough Akito Suzugawa, the psychopath, really looking for his next victim here. Perhaps I should commentate and drive at the same time so I could probably try and challenge Lucas Lichten. How about that for a challenge? I could probably try and drive my car like an RC car to try and challenge Lucas there. And the Jaguar as well. But either way, at the moment I'm here up in the commentary booth with everybody. Hope you are all enjoying the race at the moment with only 10 minutes to go. A lot has happened already, a lot of storylines to cover, and a lot of probably shifts in the points. But it is still, once again, Lucas Lichten in the lead, Kidihara leading the silver class, and DJ Overdrive doing a tremendous job keeping it clean in the AM class. The only retirement of the race at the moment is Moritz Hiccup. Zhaoan, the pole sitter, once again fell from the lead and actually was down into pretty much next to last, having to claw their way back up. As you see, Psycho Kaisa already gaining to the back of I was about to say Lucas Lichten here. It's Resko Kyoso. Psycho Kaisa is now right there, but now just waiting for his opportunity to move past. Resko Kyoso having to find himself in a defensive position here as Psycho Kaisa goes off, nearly loses it, but is able to gather it back up. Went sideways for a bit there. Almost like a drifting car. Might as well be drifting in these super wet conditions. Just absolutely flooded in the first half of the race. Now just calmed down a lot more. Now onto these next S's. Let's take a look back at Zhaohan, who has made their way past Ivano Chensoy. Looks like they are at Icer Ambra is the fastest car on track at the moment. And Faro Okami's been making up some ground to DJ Overdrive, so that is going to be something to look to as well. Imetric Zanes also on the back of Ryuma Tateyama. Zane's looking to get on the final step of the podium. Looks like Zen's not too far behind as well. If Faro Okami can keep clicking off some consistent laps, I don't know if it's going to be enough, but they might get close enough to challenge GTA Overdrive for the AM class lead. At the moment, this is your closest battle of the race so far. Faro Okami just set a lap of 156.02, while DJ Overdrive set a lap of 151.932. DJ Overdrive probably has the easiest time, easiest objective of them all, just to manage the gap, take it easy, just be clean as possible, while Faro Okami is the one that has to keep pushing here. Meanwhile, looks like Psycho Kaisa made a bit of a mistake there. As we'll take a look back to Zhaoan, having to claw their way back up, make a recovery drive. On the back of the silver class lead at the moment, Kidihara goes off wide just a tad. Zhaoan just really struggling with these wet conditions at the moment. We We have not had a completely dry race yet in the Vtracc challenge. Probably some drivers wishing they did. So Zhaoan looking to get past the last of the lower class drivers and catch up back to Psycho Kaiza, but Psycho Kaiza is well up the track at the moment. You see there in the far side of your picture, just well ahead of Icer Ambra. It's going to take a lot of time to get there, as Zhaoan is going to try and vest them under braking. Nothing doing though. About 13 seconds as we have the battle once again between Psycho Kaiza and Riska Kyoso. Whatever you like to call Psycho Kaiza, he definitely loves to go for it. That makes him one of the most exciting drivers to watch in this series. Akito Suzugawa 12 seconds behind the overall leader, Lucas Lichten Super Luke. So you might get some heavy rain here. Depends on when it comes. 5 minutes to go. So we have a yellow flag on the circuit. That's Kirihara. What's happening to Kirihara? Oh, Zhaoan. Oh my goodness. Gets into the right rear of Kirihara, and that boots him out of the lead in silver. The words are gonna have to take a look at that one. Kirihara probably not going to be very happy about that. But thankfully for Technoburst Racing, there is still a chance at a good result here. And Psycho Kaiza is looking to take a bite of that last step of the podium, as Akito Suzugawa has lost a bit of pace here. Take a bite? That was very strange to me. How do you take a bite of the last step of the podium? Either way, Psycho Kaiza is there. And he is just snooping on the rear of that Audi R8. And if he's lucky enough to get past really quick, he might be able to get Akito Suzugawa as well. Meanwhile, there's another battle for the last step on the podium in AM this time, between Tateyama and Iammetric Zanes still. Tateyama doing their best to keep that Nissan on the podium. The last of the GTRs. Remember last round, Tateyama took the win in AM class when they stayed on the wet tires as much as humanely possible. As we see, looks like Psycho Kaiza and Riska Kyoso are in a battle here. Psycho Kaiza able to slip past on the inside, but will Riska Kyoso have a chance to switch back here? Maybe. Riska Kyoso has the better line here, but will Psycho Kaiza block it off? Is able to do it successfully and holds on to that third position. Now to get to work on Akito Suzugawa, which looks pretty vulnerable right now. It's another thing to catch, though. It's one thing to catch, and it's another thing to pass. So Psycho Kaiza has been showing some great pace. 146.380 compared to Akito's 147.167. So definitely has some great pace here today. So that boots Riska Kyoso off of the pro podium. Meanwhile, we just missed Iammetric Zanes past Ryuma Tateyama. So Iammetric Zanes now on the podium of the AM class. Looks like we just might be missing the heavy rain here. We'll see though. Still just a bit of the race to go. It might come at any moment. once again, going through your running order, it is Lucas Lichten, then Akito Suzukawa, Saiko Kaiza for the Pro class, Ivano Chensoi and Ryoma Kirihara for the Silver class. Then on AM, we have DJ Overdrive comfortably in first. Saiko Kaiza goes wide. That's not going to help his chances at a second position as Reska Kyoso is able to take advantage of that. Reska Kyoso might be able to take his podium position back here. But it is DJ Overdrive, Faro Okami, and I'm Metric Zanes, your podium in AM at the moment, as we have probably one more lap to go here. We'll see what the official says here. Just under a minute. It looks like it is Lucas Lichten's race to lose, though with a 14-second gap, I don't think you're going to lose that. But the closest battle at the moment is for the Pro overall podium position, the final podium position. Saiko Kaiza just diamonds the corner a bit like an oval circuit. Though we are not on the oval circuit, we are on the infield road course. Seems to work out though. Looks like we'll maybe have one more lap to go here. If not, oh, Reska Kyoso spins it! And that's going to be his podium dreams done for race 2. Might have just overcooked the entry in that corner and just spun it around, but Reska Kyoso now just having to just settle for 4th position here. And Lucas Lichten, this might be the final lap actually. Looks like checkered flag might be out, and it is. Lucas Lichten dominates this round. Both wins race 1 and race 2 for Team Iris Pomu. 2nd position will go to Akito Suzukawa, grinding across the line. We'll see what the stewards think of that incident between him and Moritz Hiccup. Saiko Kaiza takes the last podium spot in the Pro class. Reska Kyoso has to settle for 4th. Zhaoan with a bit of a messy race. Not sure what's going on there, but they will be finishing in 5th. Ivano Chensoi is able to take advantage of the incident between Zhaoan and Kirihara and slots into 1st overall. I mean, 1st in the silver, and takes, I believe, his 1st silver win. Congratulations to Ivano Chensoi. Even though Kirihara will have to settle for 7th overall and 2nd in silver. DJ Overdrive with yet another masterful race. Just being very cautious and being very consistent. Great job by the Grip Runners driver here, just to finish the line, cross the line in 1st position. Another AM class win for the Grip Runners racing team driver. 3 wins for him. Faro Okami will take their podium position. Great job from Faro, and I'm Metric Zanes. Just having to keep it clean through the last corner. We'll take that last podium spot away from Ryoma Tateyama. It's a podium position for I'm Metric Zanes. Great job from him today. Then it's Ryoma Tateyama, Zen VTuber, and Mayaneko already across the line. Kagura Mashiro, unfortunately, the last running. Ooh, there's a big slide, a little bit of a show before the race ends. They will cross the line 2 laps down in 14th. We'll take a look back at lap 1. Go fast forward here. Just what was going on for that whole section. The green flag is out here. Looks like Reska Kyoso, Akito Suzukawa going 3 wide here. Slow it down for you here. Looks like Icer Amber just goes a bit too wide, a bit too hot on the brakes here. What happened between Akito Suzukawa and Moritz Hiccup? Like, Moritz Hiccup might have got into the back. Actually, no. Take a look here, nearly into the back of Resca Kyoso. And a lot of drivers just going out wide. And we did not see contact between the Technoburst Racing drivers there. I think this is where the contact happened. Ooh, yeah, that will explain a lot of what happened there between Akuje Suzukawa and Moritz Zickup. But with that, it looks like we are finished for today. So thank you everybody for joining us this round for the Vtracc challenge. Once again, there are a lot more events happening around the community. Tomorrow we have the virtual 4 hours at Suzuka, and also going on tomorrow is the clash at the Coliseum, the track clash at the Coliseum. A lot of VTubers and iRacers is going to be there today. I mean, either that day. And we will take a look at the next round. That will be at, I believe... Give me a moment here. Bit of an awkward moment. Yes, it will be at Nürburgring. So join us in 2 weeks' time for the German V-Prix. It's bound to be a good one. So without further ado, it's been a great race to watch, great event. Thank you for everybody for watching, and we will see you on the racetrack. Goodbye.